Everybody. So here at Born Again Farm, we have horses right now, and we face one of the most annoying problems that every horse owner faces, and that is flies. So on this farm, before we owned it, obviously there was a naturally existing fly population. Since we've owned it, we've had cows, chickens, meat chickens, pigs, goats, multiple dogs, cats, horses through here. We've had too many animals through here to count. And as you know, each species of animal brings in a larger population of those like nasty biting flies. There's specific types of flies that like to bite every species. Right now we just have horses, and I, for several years, battled the flies with the horses the same way, everybody does. You can buy sprays. You can buy all kinds of sprays that keeps them off for the amount of time it takes for the horse to sweat off the fly spray, because they sweat all over their bodies just like we do, or it rains, or they become resistant to the fly spray. Like, this is only like a 10-15 minute solution most days, so you can kind of repel them that way. You also can use all kinds of crazy aids on your horse. You can make your horse look like Stormtrooper. Okay, so it's warm out here. You get a bit of a workout doing that. So these are, things that most people do for flies every day for their horses. But I finally got fed up with it, because even when my horses are suited up, looking like this, and have fly spray on, I still see them out there stomping. I go to see them and they've got flies crawling all over them. You can see their skin twitching. So I decided to go with a little trick my grandma taught me. So my grandma was the first person to introduce me to horses. She's had them all of her life. And she found in a magazine advertisement in like the 90s this company called Spalding Labs. And Spalding Labs makes fly predators. So you wouldn't think, if you're trying to get rid of bugs, that you would bring more bugs onto the farm, but that's exactly what we're doing. So Spalding Labs gets all of your information about your farm, how many animals you have, what type of pasture you have, and they do all the figuring for you. They put the right species in here. So what this is a bag of bugs. When you get it, you have to make sure you have at least 12 live ones crawling around in here. Well, not live ones, but ones that have hatched, because they're in their little egg when they come. Once they've hatched and you see at least a dozen of them, you go and spread them around. You spread them around in areas where there's decomposing organic material. So you don't spread it on like fresh piles of, recent poo. You spread it where, the hay is rotting down in the pasture and there's that black spot, or just out where they stand a lot and the ground is kind of beat down, there's going to be flies there. So what happens here is these guys hatch out and they actually eat the eggs of the biting flies. And these flies don't bite. So this is the only thing that actually reduces your fly population on your farm, because this stuff doesn't. It just protects your horse from the ones that are already here. The fly spray just repels them. It basically doesn't kill them. But these actually kill the biting flies on your property without spraying a bunch of harmful, nasty chemicals all over your pastures and fields. So my grandma used these from the late 90s for at least a decade, and she swore by them. So I went on, I think it was in April of this year, and signed up with them. I got a year's subscription for the amount of animals that I have, and they auto send me the flies whenever I need to release them. It's every 2 to 3 weeks. They do the math. I don't worry about it. And when they come in the mail, that's when I know I need to spread them. And I will tell you, since May, even the other girls that come here to see the horses and everything, they say it's so much better than last year. So this is the best our fly problem has been since we've had the farm. And actually every year at this time, we have issues in our house, even with like flies just buzzing around the kitchen all the time. And I can't personally believe that my kids are any better about keeping the door closed. So I am going to attribute that to the fly predators. And that's all there is to it. Spalding Labs Fly Predators, if you want a better life for your horses and yourself, because let's be honest, nobody likes being bothered by flies when you're out here. Definitely click the link and get yourself set up for your farm on the auto ship and enjoy less flies in your life.